Hi, I'm Sydney, and today I'm going to be watching Freddy vs. Jason for the first time. If you've been going through my Nightmare on Elm Street series with me, you know that I just watched Wes Craven's new Nightmare, and although I was critical with it, as I suspected may happen, the more time I've sat with it, the more that I can appreciate it conceptually. And then also with the comments too, like I did understand while I was watching the movie that it wasn't truly Freddy, it was more of this like separate demonic entity. But I think while in the midst of watching, I still was so tied to the Freddy idea that I wasn't distinguishing the two as being two literally different things, which I still don't know if I totally buy. But anyways, this is not a deep dive on New Nightmare. This is Freddy vs. Jason. It was made in 2003, so there's quite a time jump from 94, the last film, to this movie. So I really don't know anything. How are they going to bring Freddy back? Is it actually Freddy, or is it this demon thing from the last one? A lot of you were asking, oh, leading up to this, are you going to watch the whole Friday the 13th series? The answer is no. It's honestly just not really a franchise that I'm wanting to explore. I've seen the first two a long time ago, so I know the like who's the killer in the first one versus the second one. And also during COVID, I was playing the Friday the 13th game a lot, where you can either be a counselor or Freddy, which is super fun. So anyways, I have enough of a like grasp on the series to be informed as far as going into this. But as far as diving into this series to watch every single movie, I haven't seen them, so this could be false stereotyping, but it has the reputation of being a series that is more reliant on keeping entertainment based off of the kills. Like, I don't know how deep the lore is. I feel like it's a movie that is it's a series that's pretty reliant on just like creative kills, which to me, honestly, to a certain extent, it gets really boring. I just am more into the storytelling, the lore, rooting for characters, character development, that kind of stuff. So, but I do get, if you love them, that's cool too. I totally respect that. So let's see what happens when Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees collide. Let's go. Okay, they're already starting. Oh, okay. Wow, I love how already they combined the two themes. Oh, it just sucks you right in.
The Springwood Slasher. That's what they called me.
I don't particularly remember that term, the Springwood Slasher, being used in the past. Ugh, I hate what's with Freddy and the tongue thing. That's been a continuous thing this whole series.
Taking justice into their own hands.
So for the Jason fans, they're giving us a little bit of the Freddy background.
I became something much, much worse.
The context.
The children still feared me, and their fear gave me the power to invade their dreams.
The children. That's always something that I felt like was really inconsistent storytelling wise. I know obviously they didn't want to show like actual children getting murdered, slaughtered like this.
But being forgotten, now that's a bitch. But I found someone.
Whoa, the teeth, jeez.
He may get the blood, but I'll get the glory.
Mike? Is that you?
Jeez. Yeah, because now that I think about it, I don't think any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, they're not overtly sexual. There's not really nudity. Well, there's like the fantasy of the one kid from 3 and 4, but that's really Freddy. Like, other than that, there's not really, but I feel like the Friday the 13th thing really leans into that trope of like, oh my God, the teenagers who are like promiscuous, and they kind of just use that as a trope or whatever. Yeah, because there's like absolutely no reason for this girl to be like naked right now. It's just one of those things of like, the audience will like this, a wink wink kind of thing, and I just like am so unentertained by that. I don't know, But I get some people who are like, yeah, no, it's part of the fun of it. It's like the whatever, but I don't know. It's just not for me. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is in all the flashback scenes of Freddy, of his origins, it's like he killed little children. Like they look elementary school. And then once he's dead, it's all teenagers. I always kind of just were like, why not just make him kill teenagers when he was alive? So it feels consistent.
Jason. My
Okay, I was gonna say him hearing his mom. Okay.
You can never die. You've just been sleeping, honey.
Is that actress the original mom? She looks familiar.
Go to Elm Street. The children have been very bad on Elm Street. Make them remember what fear tastes like!
Yeah, it's obviously Freddy doing that. Okay, the makeup looks really good. The teeth are very distinct. Whereas before, I never really noticed the teeth. This like early 2000s music. Okay, what a fun immersive intro where they're just really like bringing you back into those nostalgic feelings like this. Elm Street, but then they got that like it's so great. Is that Nancy? No. Is that Nancy's house?
Mary, fuck
Must
or kill.
be.
I only smoke when I drink now.
But you're always drinking.
I will say with this movie, maybe not as heavy, but in the way that Cabin in the Woods is self-aware, this also feels like it's very self-aware because it's building off of all those tropes. So yeah, that whole nudity scene in the beginning was like lame, but they like knew what they were doing because they were playing off the originals. So like I'm liking that aspect so far, I suppose.
He's not my type. Who is? No one's ever gonna live up to the fuzzy memory of your first love, Lori. You were fucking 14, so...
Her name's Lori. Like Laurie Strode.
What do you see in him? I don't know. But he has a cute ass.
Babe, you make me ask you twice.
Yeah, so far all these people are horrible except for Lori, who's got the like final girl vibes.
I mean, Lori, you've barely gone out
Since what? Since my mom died? Yeah, well, you know what? My dad needs me, so I can't just go out with guys all the time.
Okay, okay, now is that like a Scream reference? Like Sidney Prescott, the mom just died kind of thing? Maybe? He's like still holding the beer. Oh. Let's see, Jason's about the like extreme kind of creative kills.
You kids need some assistance?
This guy.
It's even the same damn house. 1428 Elm. It's gotta be him, right? It's gotta be Freddy Krueger. Hey.
Okay, it is Nancy's house, but yeah, I guess the stairs are right there. Yeah, I don't know. The house could have been redone, but the kitchen just looks so different with that like island thing.
You better make damn sure none of those kids knows anything, or I'll send your ass up to Weston Hills with them.
What, so do they want to like not have them know about Freddy because it'll just cause like hysteria or something?
But they asked me all these really weird questions, like about my dream.
But yeah, I don't know his name, but...
If I'm not mistaken, this place has got it going on. Who wants to dance, huh? Huh? I call this one the sprinkler.
I just know him from Night at the Roxbury, which is a classic, so... Oh, maybe they don't want them to know because if he's forgotten, it doesn't give him power, like Freddy was talking about in the beginning. So it's like if no one talks about him, it doesn't spiral it. That feels more right. Which is interesting because in the other ones, like the original one, none of them knew who Freddy was when they started dreaming him, but whatever, it's okay. He was still like in the zeitgeist or like in the city very much more at the time, so I'll let it pass.
His name is Freddy Krueger, and he loves children, especially little girls. Freddy's coming back.
You can't tell me there's no pedo vibes with Freddy. Some of y'all be like, no, he's not. Like, you're defending him. But, like, I don't know. There are pedo vibes there. Officially, I'm saying it. They don't explicitly say he did X, Y, and Z, but, like, come on. He's, like, looking the little girl's picture. The whole series, he's doing weird, nasty tongue stuff. And, oh, he specifically likes little girls. Like, come on.
Somebody named Freddy.
I'm gonna take him out myself, Trey. Swear to God.
So acting is pretty bad, but it weirdly also fits the tone of this movie so far.
Okay. Not strong enough yet. I'll let Jason have some fun.
His personality is so charismatic. It's funny.
Dad.
That was unexpected. Freddy's teeth, though, yeah, they're really, like, extreme, this one. As far as, like, decay. They look good, but they're just visually a little distracting for me for some reason.
What does this shit do, anyway? How come we all have to take it?
Is that the medication from Nightmare Dream Warriors?
The department has confirmed that there is one victim.
KRGR. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just like the first one.
I do miss my family, man. I mean, it's been 4 years since I've seen him.
Dad in that picture looked like Danny Bonaducci or something.
I need to know if she's okay.
And he looks familiar, the brown-haired guy. Is he on Boy Meets World?
Fucking lunatic, you know that? I know you are, but what am I?
Pee-wee. Rest in peace. Speaking, I have a signed picture by him right here.
Are you sure you didn't see anyone?
No, Dad, none of us did.
Is it supposed to be like she just got out of the shower and she's got like full makeup on, lipstick on, like?
Lori?
What is it?
Hey, that kid.
Well,
I know him from The Girl Next Door.
We don't have time for data dork right now.
Thanks. I had the most terrible nightmares. There was this man, but he was more like a monster, really.
What did he look like?
He had this...
Not everyone just staring at her. It's like, like very background actor-y, like they gave him that cue. They're like, yeah, just look at her.
He must be tripping.
you know why they sing that? Because that's when he comes for you.
This kid reminds me of the kid from Come and See.
Want some free advice? Coffee. Make friends with it. Mark!
I thought you might be in trouble, so...
Lori! Are you okay? Please, somebody help him.
Who was that principal? Was that Bob Shea? Because now I'm like, got the eyeballs for these people a little bit.
For nose jobs, what kind of anesthesia do the doctors use? They put you all the way under, right?
Got your nose!
Oh my god. I'm shocked. Well, maybe because he's not powerful enough yet. I was like, wouldn't that have cut her nose off in real life? But I don't think he's strong enough yet. But that was a great Freddy one-liner. See, Freddy's carrying this movie so far. Jason's kind of just like, there's nothing going on with him, you know?
Look at all these blacked out obituaries. That's the day my brother committed suicide. Why isn't that in here?
Who's his brother? Was his brother one of the OG characters?
They never told us about Freddy because that's how they decided to beat him. They treated him like he was a fucking disease, and they locked up all the kids who made contact with him so they wouldn't infect the others.
Oh, I wish I knew who his brother was. Did he say the name earlier and I missed it?
Or any of the freaks at Weston. When's the last time you even had a nightmare?
Hypnosil.
I don't know.
Timosil.
I can't remember my dreams anymore.
I love that they brought that medication back because it was such a cool, interesting tool for them to have in the third one that they had to get rid of because it solved the problem too much. So it's a nice way that they integrated it back in.
You tear me down to make yourself feel better because you really hate yourself, which is kind of pathetic when you actually stop and think about it, assuming, of course, you can think, with all that makeup weighing down your head.
Way to go, dude.
Where was your dad?
Out of town.
Are you sure?
What is going on, Will?
Well, look, 4 years ago, I thought
Oh, enough with this bullshit talk. Let's go shake out.
Ooh, what did Will see with the dad regarding the mom's death? I don't know.
Trey? Trey!
Oh, you know what? She has very much the vibes of... forgetting her name, but from Carrie. She's also in Boy in the Plastic Bubble. Hey, okay. Freddy's probably stronger now, too, because all those people talking about him.
The only thing to fear is fear himself.
Jeez. Some good spooky tension right here. This hiding reminds me of that Friday the 13th game I would play, where like you could have the option to hide, but like you could only do it for a certain amount of time before making a noise and stuff. It was fun. Jason got to her first. Funny.
She's mine! Mine!
For you Jason fans, let me know which film is this most reminiscent of his look.
And you weren't involved. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god. But yeah, I know each of the films, kind of like Freddy, but I'd say maybe even more so with Jason. He has a distinct look in every movie. Fucker! So yeah, which movie does he look the most like here? Oh jeez. Isn't there one of the Jason movies where he's just like in New York City walking around or something? I feel like I've seen memes of that just because it's so like out of place. This is like in Nightmare 2 when he's at that party. Freddy's at that party just killing everybody.
Who cares about some fucking dream guy, okay? Psycho on the hockey mask was real.
Look, call me later, okay? Please, just to check in. Okay.
Why is Lori like kind of smiling? Like, I know. Like, I don't know. Ugh. Her acting is just not hitting.
The reason I was sent to Weston is because I saw your dad kill your mom.
Oh, my mom died in a car accident.
No, that's what he wanted you to believe, but I was there, Lori. I was sneaking up to your room. Like,
Of course he was.
Get out of the van! Get out of the van!
Interesting. I feel like there's a different side of the story here.
Why don't I give you some pills and
Oh,
help you
geez.
sleep, and then we'll talk about it in the morning.
Open this door!
Go away!
Those shutters, that's like Nancy's room. Yeah, I was just gonna say I knew someone was gonna grab her. That's also kind of like when Rod grabs her when she's walking to school, Nancy in the first one.
there's some kind of cover-up going on here with Kruger.
Oh, that's his brother, the Danny Bonaducci guy. The all-green bathroom gives me, not quite, but reminiscent of The Shining, you know?
Hey, Mark. You didn't forget about me, did you?
That's Scott Farkas. Looks like him. Oh, that was cool. Ouchie.
With all due respect, Sheriff, I think we have a copycat of the old Jason Voorhees Crystal Lake Killer on our hands.
You listen to me. We do things around here a certain way for a reason.
Yeah, Freddy's kills were really violent too, but the fact that they were seeing someone in a hockey mask, that's not Freddy's MO at all. Like, no one ever claimed to see him. They would focus on like the nightmares aspect. But yeah, clearly there's like town trauma, so the sheriff's hyper focused on that. But yeah, does the sheriff know about the Jason Voorhees incidents?
Now that big ass motherfucker back at the cornfield. All right, that's who we should be afraid of. Tell me who the fuck that was.
His name was Jason Voorhees.
Out of the shadows. Oh my god.
Freddy died by fire, Jason by water. How can we use that?
I think we should concentrate on...
I think she fell asleep.
Come on, give Daddy a kiss.
Ew, that's so disgusting. Guys.
Your eyes say.
I don't even have to say it. You know what I'm thinking.
Lori, you fell asleep.
But there's something called Hypnosil.
That breathy score is so iconic. It's so effective. It's so different than Freddy's theme, but it's equally so iconic. I don't know, the Jason theme might be even more effective because Freddy's theme is so eerie, but also just kind of musical, whereas the Jason one doesn't need to rely on anything, just stand alone. If you don't know what anything is, it's like a creepy atmosphere.
These are the ones who wouldn't stop dreaming.
Okay, it's like the Matrix all up in here or something. This guy's very much the Breckenmeyer, Freddy's Dead stoner character of this movie.
Reaver, what are you doing? You need those drugs! Dude, no! Dude!
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, no. I like this actor who's kind of characterized as the nerd, though, or whatever. I don't know. Anything I've seen him in, I like him. Oh, man. Dang, I didn't expect him to die so soon.
Now, come on!
Let me handle this, bitch.
Come on, let's go!
Okay. Yeah, because it's called Freddy versus Jason. So far, Freddy's just been using Jason, but it's been like a mutually beneficial thing. But Freddy's officially mad that Jason's getting all the action. So this is where the versus starts to come in.
Fuck you!
Oh.
Linderman.
Ooh. I don't know. Okay, what do you do, guys? Jason's tranquilized. Jason's now in Freddy's zone because he's asleep. But if you're one of the kids, you take that opportunity to try to like cut his head off or something. Be so scary to walk up to him, though. I don't know. Seems like well, he has the gun though, but it doesn't really seem to do anything. So, yeah, I don't know.
Time to put this bad dog to sleep.
Hey, Jason's just so freaking strong.
Welcome to my nightmare.
This is interesting. This is a tough fight. Like, who you betting on in this fight? It could be anyone's game, you know? Because Jason getting stabbed like this, kind of like Freddy, it doesn't really do anything, right? Yeah, like he's just like, okay. Not the ooga ooga.
Come on!
Ooh, water. Okay. He doesn't like water.
So you are afraid of something after all.
But Freddy's not really afraid of fire, I don't think. I mean, he doesn't love getting burned, but I've never seen him be like Frankenstein, like, fire.
Why don't we just try and do it here? Why go all the way to Crystal Lake?
Best case scenario, Jason wins.
Sitting next to him like that? Hell no. Oh, he's just a little kid again.
You ugly little shit.
Jason's story really is tragic. There's a lot more morality question behind his backstory compared to Freddy's.
Just give me 15 minutes and wake me up. I'll bring that bastard Freddy back through.
Oh, why lay right next to him? Maybe it's the only place to lay, I guess. But like I was saying earlier, though, yeah, Jason is truly a victim in a lot of ways. Yeah, like we're seeing now. It's not justification, obviously, but there's more of like that, you know, questionability.
Aren't you gonna help the kid?
Can't you see I'm busy?
So much boobs in this movie compared to just because the movies I've been going through, like, yeah, don't lean towards that. It's kind of like seeing Freddy in more sexualized situations is like, ugh. That makeup looked great compared to the beginning, or compared to the original. What a fun recreation.
Y'all, something's wrong. It's like he's drowning or something. Freddy must be killing him.
Give him mouth to mouth or something?
Hell no.
Oh my god, literally.
But I've had asthma since I was 6, okay? I don't have the lung power.
Oh my god, no. Dang, this is nasty. Oh my god. God, why does that kid have the gun? What an idiot. Oh, Jesus. Oh, lordy. Okay, bye. Okay, Demon Freddy there.
Wake me up! I got him! I got him!
Oh, God. Okay.
Wake up! Lori, wake up, please!
I feel like that's bad that I've never noticed before. Nancy's house number is 1428. Don't know if those numbers like mean anything, but I feel like that's something I probably should have noticed by this point.
Daddy! No, Daddy, no! Daddy! It was you!
Yeah, of course it was, though. Like, the dad was probably trying to kill Freddy. Like, stab Freddy, but he's not there, so...
Come on, Lori, wake up!
Why is she not waking up? I don't understand.
The first time tends to get a little messy.
No, what the hell? Come on. Dude, guys. No. Oh no, did that kill him? Damn. Oh no, he's still okay.
Oh no!
Oh jeez. Oh, maybe that'll wake her up.
Die, little bitch.
Here we go. Let's get to the big fight. I love when Jason earlier and now Freddy, when they look scared. Because it's just so out of character, you know?
I'm just gonna rest here a minute.
I'm
fine. Yeah. Really? No.
He did. He had to have been dead. Like, the way that thing stabbed him was like, I thought he was dead instantly. So seeing him come out of that cabin at all was like...
Think you're so smart, huh, bitch?
Freddy!
How sweet. Dark meat.
No!
Let's go. You're not even scary. You're not even scary. What is with the butternuts? You trying to compensate for something? Like...
Okay, she's dead. She's dead. But I liked the interaction, though. I was like, yeah, roast him.
Look, he has taken everything from us. He has ruined both of our pasts.
It's an interesting way to phrase it. He's ruined both of our pasts. I feel like the more organic way to have phrased that would have been, he's ruined both of our lives. But past works, too. I'm guessing the Freddy stunt doubles have to go through all those prosthetic work too. Like, how much of the stunt work is Robert Englund doing versus stunt actors? Because that's a lot of makeup to go through for those stunt people. God, it's crazy to think this movie's 20 years old now. Because it feels so new compared to what else I've been watching. Oh, jeez. Is it bad? I kind of want Jason to win. Damn. Oh my god. Yikes. He's winning. He's like won. I don't see how Jason can come back from this. Or be a good fighter, at least, if it doesn't kill him.
Go to hell!
He just punched right through his body. Okay. He just ripped his arm off. Oh my god. I'm just noticing right now. Well, Freddy looks great, but I'm glad they didn't keep with those intense contacts like from the beginning of the film the whole time. Okay, I couldn't tell. Was that the two of them on fire and then they fell in the water? If so, that's insane. I thought that was maybe Jason and Freddy who were on fire, but were they just on fire for a second? Oh god, yep. I don't know, she tried to help him earlier though. I don't know how that falls in with the Friday the 13th, if that ever comes up. Because I'm sure that's a character thing that must come up is that people sympathize for him, or certain victims end up, when they find out about him, oh, it's Freddy, damn. Just finish him.
Welcome to my world, bitch!
He got stabbed in the eyeballs. He doesn't have eyeballs. What was that? I wouldn't throw that towards Jason. Okay, what now? Is he just back in his world? I knew it. I knew it. When they were doing that underwater shot of his head, I swore it was like going to look at the camera or something like that. I was just waiting for it. So there, that satisfied that. It's been 20 years since this movie was made, which is so long. And I don't know, Freddy just feels just as relevant. It's kind of crazy. I'm like, that's it? As far as Robert Englund goes, I'm like kind of in shock right now. I've always had one more to go. Like, there's always another movie next, and now it's just the remake, which I know is gonna suck. So I'm like kind of bummed. You know what? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I was so critical of New Nightmare. Guess what? I actually thought this movie was okay. I was like pleasantly surprised by it in a lot of ways, because where I can get kind of critical is in the storytelling, like the writing of motives and reasoning. And this actually made sense to me for the most part. It totally did. Like, it made sense. It did. And it drew from previous films. So I feel like it drew a lot from the first one, and where Nancy wasn't afraid anymore, and so it killed him. That sort of concept, even though there's deeper layers to that, and where like people are saying that that's not. I don't even want to get into it. Maybe in another video I will. But drawing off of that mythology, it makes sense. Like, Freddy used Jason to get people to know him again, so that he could come back. And being that I'm not totally educated on the whole like Jason mythology, maybe there's some holes there. But as far as Freddy using the voice of his mother to manipulate him to come back, that feels right to me. And then as far as their demise, her pulling Freddy into the real world just like Nancy did, and then them killing each other, I feel like it checks out to me. I don't have a ton to pick apart about that stuff, which I normally do. All of the human characters, couldn't care less about, to be honest. I think the guy I liked the most was like the nerd character, but that's purely because I'd had a reference of him from another film. But there was zero character development for any of these human people, and I think that was okay. It works for this movie because we're working with Freddy and Jason. We have so much context about these characters already, and they're the real stars of the show. So these humans are kind of just like plot movers to give us a reason to see the stars again. So that's okay. And you know what? Honestly, I kind of prefer it because the acting was so bad. Like, I'm glad that we didn't get a bunch of like backstory into like, we got like for Lori, we did a little bit that like her dad killed her mom. We got that context, but generally speaking, we didn't really get a bunch of like background, boring character development for them because they didn't matter. So like, good choice on them. Normally that's something I would criticize, but they're not the focus of the movie, so it works. It was great seeing Robert Englund as just because I love him. So seeing him as himself in the beginning, pre-death Freddy, was great. We love that whole little backstory. It is pretty amazing that they've been able to nail him down for that many movies because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's kind of defined his career. And when you look at a character like Jason, his face is covered. To be honest, people who are fans of the series know who played Jason. I couldn't tell you who played Jason, and I know it's been multiple people. And so it's just like so much power and respect to Robert Englund for really, he created why that role is so iconic with his charisma and scariness and funniness and all that. So Freddy just wins. He's like the slasher king to me. In some ways, Jason's more emotionally complex because I really do think Freddy's just pure evil. In Freddy's Dead, they tried to explore whether, for like half of a second, whether or not he has some humanity behind him with him having a daughter and stuff, which they ultimately kind of conclude in that film, like, no, he's just evil. And then Jason, on the other hand, there are those sort of deeper layered questions of him being a victim, the influences of his mother on him, even though, yeah, I don't know. There's just like there's more there to explore as far as him as a character. But Freddy just still takes the cake for me. They were a really fun pair to see together in the same universe. Overall, makeup looked really great in this movie. Better than New Nightmare to me. I understand everyone's saying, oh, but that wasn't really Freddy. But you know, it's supposed to look like Freddy, but just heightened. Regardless of what the motivations were for his look changes in New Nightmare, this look just looks better to me. I don't know. I really want to hear from you, Jason fans, what you guys think of his portrayal in this. Do you feel like it seems like the filmmakers really liked the original series of both sides to like give fan favor in this film. So if you're a bigger fan of Jason, do you feel like they portrayed him respectfully with like good representation from previous films? Yeah. And then question mark. So Jason won. I think Jason won. I mean, they both kind of just lost, I guess, but I think Jason won, technically. I think it's meant to be slightly ambiguous in that Jason, I guess, is back in his realm, but he has the Freddy head as a trophy, but then Freddy's kind of like, but not really. So it's meant to be slightly ambiguous, I think, but for the most part, I think Jason won, which as a Freddy fan, like, that's fine. Because it was like still very exciting to watch. It was still a well-deserved win and all that. Okay, I'm calling it once and for all. Freddy gives pedo vibes, okay? Okay? He is pedo vibes. He is. Like, I don't understand how people can deny it. It's been a topic of discussion and debate for like 2 years now on my channel, from previous lives I've done to separate times that I've commented in my reactions. And some fans are just adamant to debate like, no, like he's a murderer, but he's not bad like in that way. Come on. I think there's the limitations. If we're taking a step back into like this is a movie that someone made and there's writers and executives of the production companies and stuff like that, I don't think this is a series, because as much as it is dark and horror, they are meant to be fun and enjoyable, and they are made for the masses to go see and have a fun like theater experience. And them literally taking Freddy and turning him into a child predator and showing that, I think would have been too far. I can imagine executive ex-naying that and being like, we can't do that. It's too much. They're like, teenagers, brutalize them, slaughter them. That's cool. That's normalized at this point. But like little children and plus sexualization, too much. But imply it, that's fine. Like, I don't know. I still think that's his MO though. I really do. And then as far as execution of making the film, they just didn't push through with it all the way. Let me know your thoughts on that. I feel like there's still going to be some strong defenders there, but like, how can you not? Him loving little girls specifically, him basically R-wording Laurie in this, which is like, that's one thing, but they're still supposed to be in high school. They're still like minors. So that counts. All the tongue stuff in all the movies, like, the list is endless. Come on. I think also too, in a very layered in sort of a complicated way, you know, the studio makers want people to like Freddy. He's a rootable character. A lot of these slasher icons, the audience ends up rooting for them because the human normal victims are developed so poorly. And they just end up becoming rootable, likable, evil villains where it's just fun to root for them, right? If they really leaned into the predator aspect of him, I also think it would maybe be too much where it might stray people away from him. Yeah, as far as a consumer, as a consumer sort of way. Anyways, that's my TED Talk on that. It is what it is. Overall, good fight scenes, good kills, good mixture of both characters to me at least. I'm happy with it. I'm okay with it being Robert Englund's last hurrah. Great, like, it was actually really great production, like set design, all the different places they filmed from, you know, the boiler room setting to the school to the house, Nancy's house that was made so different, which I think was necessary, and Camp Crystal Lake, all the places that they went to in this film. I thought the set design and the transitions to each were really nice. Oh yeah, and then the mental hospital as well. Like, this film really like moves around, and honestly, it keeps the pace of the film moving too, because there's constantly somewhere they're going. Yeah, the effects, there were a few effects in there, like the got your nose thing, the worm thing. There were a few moments where I was like, oh, this movie is 20 years old. But aside from that, most of the effects I think were really good. As of now, that's the only first forward comments I have about the movie. It was good. It was good. Next on the list, and lastly, is the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, which I'm just reluctantly looking forward to. I've never seen it, so that'll be a depressing way to end this series. Even though I love the actor who plays Freddy, which, geez, what shoes to fill, right? But I've seen him in a few other things, and he's a phenomenal actor. So, but I've heard things about this remake, so I'm going in with a bias, unfortunately. Quite a few of you have also let me know that there's Dylan's Nightmare, which just came out. I think it may be on YouTube, but what are the odds? I just watched New Nightmare, and then this movie, Dylan's Nightmare, just happens to come out with the same actor who played Dylan in New Nightmare. It's now Freddy coming back to terrorize grown-up Dylan. And people have been saying it's pretty good. I guess the actor who portrays Freddy, because it's not Robert Englund, this is just an independent short film. And I think it's a really creative idea that draws in those deeply rooted fans who want to know what ends up happening with this character. Because that is a great question, actually. New Nightmare ends so mysteriously and kind of weird with them just reading in the bedroom. So I love that concept of them seeing what's happened to Dylan since he's grown up in this weird meta universe. Okay, well, I think that's it. I'm rambling a lot because I'm procrastinating having to let go of Robert Englund and that almost end of this series. It feels like this is the real end because the next one doesn't even really count. Okay, well, stay tuned to see the dumpster fire that is the next reaction video. And if you made it this far, consider subscribing, or not, that's okay. And I will see you next time. Bye.